Hi, this is Jim's Little Boat. I'm Jim. It's October as I'm making this little piece of video, and the Webbers are all the way out of the water. You may remember the Webbers were the couple that found a genuine barn boat. They found a 1973 Catalina 22 sitting in a large shed or barn that had not been sailed for over 20 years. So I teased them about what a find that was to get that boat. How much did you pay for this boat, Amy?
The boat was listed for $2,000 and we offered the gentleman $1,000 and he took it.
I got to tell you, you should be wearing a mask. You guys stole this boat. This is the find of the century. After they got the boat home and we put the mast up once or twice to give them the hang of it, they set about fixing the boat up, which involved a massive cleanup, a refurb. They dropped the keel, painted the bottom, faired up the keel, put it back, and they were ready to go sailing. So the keel is installed, the bottom is painted, the boat is looking so nice. And while they were working on the boat, they started learning how to sail. They went out with me a couple of times and we didn't do anything rigorous. They did keep bugging me. They wanted to go rail down. They're real outdoorsy folks. And I kept trying to tell them, rail down isn't fast. Rail down wastes speed. The trick is to get the maximum boat speed without doing that. But at any rate, they then went to the sailing school up in Tacoma. Amy is the barn boat finder, and she's with her friend Becky. They just finished sailing school. What class was it?
It was at the school was PSSI and it was ASA 101.
So 101.
Small craft advisory on the first day.
Small craft advisories on the first day. How much wind?
Supposed
you know?
to, well, I don't know. Do you remember how much wind?
Gusting to 26.
Yeah, it was gusting to 26 knots.
There's about 90% chance of rain.
Yes. Didn't have a good outlook for a nice calm day to learn the skills.
And yet it was
Awesome.
the best day ever.
Yeah, it never rained on us.
Not once.
If we had a little window, like we were almost in the eye of the storm, it was good clean wind. We were able to practice all of the skills and have the adrenaline of really sailing with the boat and heeling over and just enjoying sailing.
You said the instructor had to depower the boat. How did he do that?
Andy?
Oh, now we have to use
Oh,
all of our
reefing.
work.
Yeah,
Yes.
we reefed. We didn't do the first reef. We did 2 reefs.
Yeah, we did 2 reefs.
So, because now I know what that means.
2 reefs, and how big was the jib?
We didn't put up a jib
Nope,
the first
no
day.
jib.
Oh, no jib.
Yeah, no jib. It was just too much wind.
What did you learn the most of or spend the most time on?
Well, I learned personally that I'm directionally challenged. So we worked on not so much, starboard and port, but how to work the rudder to go in the direction that you need it to go. So,
Not to keep your eye on the Windex.
yes.
Yeah, you need to actually look where you're going. That's an important rule.
Yep, and always keep your eyes to the front of the boat and not take your eyes off the front of the boat. Or out beyond the front of the boat, I should say, at a target.
Yeah,
Sounds like you're saying there's a lot of things to keep track of at once.
a lot.
Yes. There's also the language. The
Yeah, right?
language. The
There,
language.
what Tom say? Ready, something to loo.
Helm.
Helms to the loo. Helms to the loo. I learned helms to the loo that day,
Yes.
as opposed to coming about.
We learned that sailing has its own language. That it's so much like just going to learn a new language, along with learning a new skill.
It was so much fun though, and I learned that I really like when the boat's heeling, and the instructor was very focused on keeping us flat. And but I don't know. I thought the fun that day was in the excitement of the adrenaline of the not knowing what's going to happen.
We did also learn that healing, as much as that's adrenaline filling and fun, it's not necessarily efficient with speed.
No, it's not efficient.
And Andy is the third person in this trio. Andy is taken to sailing really well, just like the ladies, and he is more of a silent guy, but he is a mind that retains every detail. It's been fun to watch these guys. We're having a great day out here. And for you folks that may not live on the West Coast, that mountain behind the ladies is Mount Rainier. And as we say in the Pacific Northwest, the mountain is out today.
That's right.
I let them come back to Olympia and they practiced on my boat while I sat down in the cabin. That went well. And then they started taking the boat out on their own, and that's where you really learn to sail. And I'll kind of share with you what happened. I was sitting in the kitchen helping my wife fix dinner, and I got a text message from Amy. I read that message and I looked at the pictures and I turned to my wife and said, this is concerning. What do you mean, huh? I said, well, they're going 6 knots and they've got time to take pictures and they've got time to send text messages. And that's not a good sign because that means that nobody's tending the sheets. And then they sent me the following piece of video.
Oh my God! Whoa! Oh, we're going right into them. Uh-oh, now we're gonna throw waves at them. Shit.
It's okay.
Oh, the sail, the sail.
I should point out that the whole experience only lasted 7 seconds, and we had a good laugh about it at the very end of the summer. I went down and interviewed them in the boat, used a GoPro. Not the world's best footage, but maybe we'll share a little bit of that so you can get the flavor for how enthusiastic they are about sailing and their plans for next year.
We need to be, we need to learn. I need to learn, especially in the by doing. I learn by doing.
Well, it's just
Or
a
not
practice
doing.
thing. It's just a practice thing.
I get that impressed on my.
But we do trade back and forth on responsibilities, and they're both learning it. So
That part's been good.
Well, you know how to sail. Now, everything you spend the rest of your life, it's like your other sports, I suspect. Once you know the basics, you spend the rest of your life learning all the other stuff
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that matters, but not quite as much.
I know I want slugs on the sail, though.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
And a gate, because then it just comes straight down and it's not all over you in your
And
lap.
putting it up, you're not. It's hard to put it up by yourself, and you're trying to screw it through, and there's wind.
Yeah, that would be really difficult to single hand, and you're trying to feed a bolt rope and pull the halyard at the same time and
Yeah,
all that.
very nice. My mom hasn't been on many boats,
Yeah, she was grinning the whole time.
so she really liked it.
They had a great summer and they learned to sail quite a bit. They're getting pretty accomplished. Somebody once said you can learn to sail in 4 hours, then you spend the rest of your life learning seamanship, and that's about where they are. They can get that boat in and out of the marina. They can sail to windward, downwind, jibe tack, all of the basic maneuvers. They can set an anchor. They'll be pretty good sailors with a little more experience. My current plan is to get them out racing with me on the beer can races on Wednesday night next summer. And I'm kind of hoping after 3 or 4 races, they'll decide to come out and race against us.